One, two, three, four.
Okay, so is God our creation or are we God's creation?
Ooh, that's a good question. It could be looked at from other ways. I personally believe that we're God's creation, but I have heard several theories that religion is kind of the opiate of the masses. But when it comes down to it, I think God did create us in His own image.
Okay. Well, since you believe that we are God's creation, what do you think God is like?
I like to picture him more like my dad, because the Bible, well, except for the Old Testament, where he's kind of very vindictive, vengeful, blowing up cities, fire and brimstone, not fun stuff, especially if you live there. But I kind of picture him, because the New Testament talks to him as like God the Father. I kind of picture him like my dad, kind of like I'm gonna goof up every now and then, like slap me upside the head or give me a swift kick to the pants. But in the end, he's still gonna love me unconditionally.
Oh, and for the record, are you Christian or non-Christian?
Christian.
All right. Thank you.
And, are you also a Christian, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Why should a person be educated?
So they wouldn't be ignorant towards things. People who don't know any better, may have their own assumptions and things, and just don't know how things really are. So with an education, you know better and don't be so naive and towards anything really.
How much do we learn from the popular culture and media?
I think whether we realize or not, we do learn quite a bit, or not learn quite a bit, but we see quite a bit, and it has an impact on us whether we realize it or not. What we watch on TV, what we see outside, and listen on the radio and all that stuff, it affects us one way or another, whether we realize it or not.
Cool. Thank you very much. Okay. Cool. Well then, we'll ask, is God our creation or are we God's creation?
We are God's creation.
Okay. What is God like?
What?
What is God like?
I don't know. I haven't met him yet.
Yeah. Okay. Christian or non-Christian?
Non-Christian. Christian with other elements.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, we'll ask you. Is morality a matter of opinion, or is there some objective standard of behavior that applies to everyone?
It's just the law, government, and morality really is up to the person. But law, which all men, I guess, decided on, is the standard that we all follow. Even though maybe other people don't agree with it, but I guess it's the standard that we all follow.
Okay. So how do you know you're right about what you said?
You just have to. It's mostly the way things work. In the Bible, it says it gives you rules, and then what God is. You have to look at certain songs, you have to look at some verses. At the same time, you have to use your own logic and see what's real and versus what's written. What applies now versus what applied.
Right.
Yes, but not practicing.
Okay. Well then, what do you think? Is morality a matter of opinion, or is there some objective standard of behavior that applies to everyone?
It's morality and opinion. I think it applies to everyone.
Okay. How can you know you were right about what you said?
How could I know I was right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Good question. That's a tough one. How could I know I was right? Guess there is no way to know. For me.
Okay.
All right.
First of all, are you a Christian or a non-Christian?
No.
No? Okay. Then what do you think happens after we die?
I don't know. I think it's just, I don't know. I'm not religious, and
Yeah.
I don't really Well, I don't know if there is, there isn't. There's not solid enough reason for me to believe in anything yet. So.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks. Are there any certain worldviews or anything that you hold to, or?
Guess kind of Christian, but not like a strict Christian.
What do you think? Is morality a matter of opinion, or is there some objective standard of behavior that applies to everything?
I think it's all objective opinion. There's some stuff that like you get through your family just because that's what you were taught when you were little, but most of it's just opinion stuff.
Okay. Follow up with how do you know what you're right about what you said?
Just like when I was little, what my parents taught me between right and wrong. Like if I know that my parents wouldn't like it, it's probably usually wrong.
Alright, thanks.
Is God our creation, or are we God's creation?
Whoa, that's a good one to start on.
Did you get hot in here?
It's a matter of personal opinion, isn't it? Are you just asking me for my opinion?
Yes,
Yeah, it's for your
Yeah.
opinion.
In my opinion, we are God's creation.
Okay. What is God like?
Our Father,
Okay.
omnipotent, omniscient, caring.
Thank you.
That's it.
That's it?
Hi, I'm Dan.
No, Christian
I'm about
Science.
Gnostic.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, what happens after we die?
I think, well, there's two parts. I think our soul does leave us, but I'm not too sure where it goes. Some say that we go to heaven, some say that we go into purgatory, but definitely I think we do turn back into dust from what it is, but I'm still just uncertain of where we go.
Okay. How can you be sure about like our souls leading us and stuff? Like, what do you mean by that?
There's been a lot of research to say where, like when you pass away, and if you're on the gurney in the hospital, and where the mortician actually weighs you, they say that you're actually 5 pounds lighter than you are before because of your soul.
Interesting. It's a new one.
Mario Williams.
Okay,
He's
thank
already
you.
signed. He's coming in from North Carolina State for the second.
Hi.
Also an agnostic, as you're saying?
No, I don't label myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have questions for that?
Yeah.
They're all for everything.
Yeah. Okay. Is morality a matter of opinion, or is there some objective standard of behavior that applies to everyone?
Wow.
So if they were smart, they could bring the
I think it's both. I think that there's something unique to humans that has us go to some kind of morality, some kind of moralistic system, but at the same time, it's definitely a matter of opinion depending on where you're from, what culture you've been raised in, like that.
Okay. Well, how do you know you're right about what you've said?
What I just said?
Yeah.
I don't.